All right, this is the passenger side of the bed panel that has the stake pockets are open on this set. Overall, it's in pretty good shape. I'll go over it with you through here and show you kind of what I know. This is just a magnet. So for the most part, this thing's in great shape. You can put this anywhere on here, and I'm not going to go over the whole thing with you to show you everything. I'm trying to be as honest as possible with this. So what I know is this area in here has some work done to it, and it's a small area because this thing will stick just about everywhere around here, except for right in this area. So there's definitely something happening right in that area, and I can see here where someone's done some work on this. Now these panels, they originally had the trim package on them, and somewhere along the way, and I'll show you on this one, they went back because they were mounted with holes drilled through the side of the bed. Someone went by and they took that trim off and they wire welded those holes closed. So all along those areas, you're going to have some filler on the outside edges. So you're going to expect something to be in here wherever they did that, and it's hard to even notice it. I can just tell a little difference in the drag here, but I don't even think there's hardly. It's probably just a skin coat over top of those, but nonetheless, that's on there. Be aware of it. Let's see it as being a deal breaker. The other thing is, I notice again with the trim package, they would mount the trim in holes. The beds that had the trim on it, actually they have holes drilled through this arch. So these, because obviously when they took the trim off, they went back and they filled those in, and so there's a little bit of filler in here. I know I can just I can see it's not very even, but it'd be pretty easy for someone to take that down and round it off better if they didn't like that. And then with that, on both of them, not so much up top, it's pretty solid. It's in pretty good shape there, but right in the middle, I noticed that there's just a little something going on here. So I'm assuming that there's probably a little bit of filler right in this area, and that's on both of them, pretty much the same. Otherwise, on the insides, they're not really rusty at all. Surface rust. The passenger side here has a crunched up stake pocket. Here you can kind of see where they were doing that work in here on this side. And then when we took this one off the bed, this bolt was rusted, and we ended up wrenching on it and ended up spinning that out of this hole. So this was a little soft. So I guess from here, up into here, someone might want to weld something back in here to make that all good. But otherwise, it's in pretty good shape. I don't see any problems with it. Obviously you want to clean it up, but not a problem. And the inside of this is in pretty good shape. You can see the metal here, so that's in good shape. Otherwise, that's about on the inside of this one. The ends are in good shape. The tops are in good shape. The only other thing is with the driver's side, towards the cab at the bottom. Now we're looking at this upside down. It looks like, I noticed this before, it was kind of full of mud, so I kind of knocked it out. I was interested in knowing before what was going on here, so I knocked all the mud out of here. But someone would have to put this back together or do whatever you want to do with it. So there's something going on here, but again, you can pretty much throw a magnet on. I'll show you the inside of this while we're here. It matches the other side pretty much. The difference is this is in better shape. So you're gonna have to deal with getting that out of there, whatever. And this is just surface rust. There's nothing bad on it. It's in pretty good shape that way. But as far as it looks like there's something going on here, but when I put a magnet on it, it can't be much because it sticks. You know, my magnet's good to go on, you know, all this stuff through here. And then again, this one, you know, you start getting, you can feel it grabbing right there. But here it's a little, there's nothing, it's a little soft there. And there it starts to grab again. So these very centers of these must have something going on here. But again, it sticks up here. So it's really isolated pretty much to right into this area on the ridge there. Otherwise it's in pretty good shape. Nothing, you know, you can put a magnet pretty much all over this whole thing. It's just you get down in there and there's something, you know, that's going to need some attention there. But other than that, I don't know. That's all I know about them. So hopefully that helps you understand. Again, these are the ones, you know, with the stake pockets. So and they're in straight shape. Nothing, you know, nothing being banged up on them. We were going to use them, but we ended up getting our hands on a different set, so we went a different route. So anyways, that's what these look like.